everyone. See if I can you hear me? I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I hadn't eaten yet, and I was trying to eat before the show, and it was just a big mess. So how's everybody this evening? So ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't realized, you are on the Exotics Radio Podcast. I am Cracks, your host, and we've got a lovely hour or hour and a half, depending on how far this goes, of news of this week, plus music mixed in. So tell me, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? How's it going? How was your week this week? I know many of you were here on Wednesday, so so far we've got Mark the Spider Guy and Stefan Harup in the house. Bailey's Bug Blog has just entered the room. So it's good to see you guys. It really is. So this evening, so far, I can't find anybody who wanted to be interviewed. It was kind of last minute. I had somebody lined up for today, and of course, the little one had gotten sick, so they couldn't make it. So yeah, that happens. So we also have Moon over Miami, who just snuck in. And if you hear a little crack in my voice, it's that time of year again when the weather just decides to get really warm and then all of a sudden cold, and going in and out all day just strains the throat. It's not very nice to the throat. But that's okay. I've got a warm cup of rum. You guys know me and my rum. You guys know me and my whiskeys, and me and my cognac. So today's flavor of the day is rum. So who's... Oh, okay. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. All right, so let's get it started. Let's get the first song going. Let's see if I get this. Let's see if I get this right. That's always fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got some music coming up for you here in a second. And we're back, and I was talking to a muted mic. That always happens to me. It's like I always forget to hit that mute button. I don't know what's with me and that mute button, but I always forget to hit it. So how is everybody doing this week? Have you guys heard the news? I just recently read where the Tiger King's animals had been seized by the U.S. government due to a lot of things, neglect being the one, harassment of the other. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that to happen, to be honest, because if you watch the show, he's not very respectful with his animals, so I'm kind of glad that actually happened. But also, how's the volume of my voice? I don't know if you guys could hear me. Is that better? Let's hope that was better, actually. Let's see. That's good. So let's read some of the comments. Let's see what we got going on here. We've got Ophi Spider-Verse. Hey, how's it going? Ophi's dad. I saw what you guys. I love the finger puppet. That was awesome. Mark the Spider Guy. Can I watch it? I think I watched into that one. The wrong question at the wrong time. Okay, so Stefan Harrop is actually doing a video. That's great. That's awesome. Volume's a bit low, but no, Bailey, if the volume's a bit low, let me know. Okay, let's see if I can get my, let's try that. Is that better, guys? How about that? That might be better. Let's see. Hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. I hope I didn't blow out anybody's ears. Because apparently I was raising the volume on the wrong button. I can hear you just fine. It's good cracks. Okay. Alright. Okay, so... But yeah, as I was saying, the whole... Yeah, no, me and my soundboard. I'll never understand my soundboard. I'll never understand it. I swear. My soundboard is going to be one of those things. Oh my gosh, Mark. I'm not even going to read that comment, but I'm going to put it up. We're having a good time here. So do you guys have any questions or anything about my collection or how everything's going? I've noticed a lot of people coming on to the podcast have been telling, having people ask them about questions about the care. I think I'm pretty obvious about how I do things around here. Care-wise anyways. So, I mean, like, do my research. Can't do enough research. Actually, I was just thinking about that today. There's some people that's been missing for a really long time. Spider Mom, Ellie's Bug Babies, Amy. A couple of people don't show up anymore. Even Scott stopped coming. I mean my ears. Sure you did. Sure you did, Mark. Oh my gosh. If you guys can hear in the background, that would be the other person living in this house I refuse to acknowledge at the moment. They're quite mean. They were mean to me. Fake tears. You can see the tears running down my cheeks there. Yeah, no, he's just, he's been a jerk, so I'm ignoring him as much as I can now. So it's under the whole umbrella of the roof. He no longer exists for at least a day. So, but yeah, so anybody hear any the latest news? Because, like I said, I read the Tiger King, I think is what he used to be called. But yeah, no, it's a big mess, and, animals were getting inadequate care. Even how they were housing, keeping the animals were inadequate. Like I said, I spent my time with a zoo. And ignore them is best. Yes, it is. Ignoring something is great up until the point where it gets it gets too bad. So yeah. But let's see what we got going on tonight. Oh yeah, also ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be 100 subscribers, so the face reveal will happen. As soon as we get that 100, we just need 5 more people. 5. And I've been working on that a lot. I've been going to Twitch and hanging out over there. You'd be surprised how many people who like tarantulas and other types of inverts, as well as there's snakes and reptiles and amphibians. You'd be surprised. Peter Webster, evening. Peter, I had asked you if you would come on the show. I'm not sure if you got it on the Facebook yet, because I was really in need of somebody to come on and interview. So let's hope Peter will come and say hi. Oh, 5 more. Whoop, whoop. Yes. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm actually very, very excited about that, to be honest. Because YouTube, you know, once you get to that 100, you know, it's getting the first 100 on YouTube. It's a little hard. On Twitch, it's more like getting the subscribers, but that's a whole different beast. That's a whole different way of doing things. But yeah, no, I think it'll be kind of cool. If you guys want to know what I do on Twitch, is I do my art. So no, next Saturday. Oh, that's Bailey. I'm off next Friday, and so the mic will be set up. Awesome, Bailey. That'd be really cool to have you back on. Say hi. Maybe get some of your macros up. Talk about your macro shots. That'd be really fun. And I apologize for that. Let me turn off my Discord here. There we go. But since we've got a little bit of a downtime going on right now, I'm going to actually start up another song. You know, you guys know me. Me and music. If I don't have something to talk about, I'm going to play some music. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm Craig, your host. If you like what we do here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, come say hi, especially during the lives. I do a live every Friday, Wednesday and Friday. But Have a Drink With Me Friday is every Friday at 8 o'clock UK time, 9 o'clock Stockholm time. So take your pick, wherever you are around the world. One of these days I'm going to make that an official, like, I'm gonna look up everything. You'd think I'd already do it by now, but almost a half a year into it. Uh, so what do we have here? What do we got going on in the chat right now? No time like the present. See, bro, you're a wanted man. Oh my gosh, Mark. Mark's giving Peter a hard time. Oh my gosh. So, tonight was basically, I had everything involved for an interview, and of course my interview didn't come, so I'm like, shooting in the dark here, kind of by myself, it's okay though, it's not the first time this has happened. Last Wednesday we had a great amount of people come in. That was great. Thank you everybody that was there on Wednesday. I really appreciate it. It was awesome. And this Friday, of course, everybody that showed up this Friday, I'm really thankful. And I was just thinking about it today. It's like, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people. It kind of sucks. Unfortunately, they do have streams and they do have lives, and I really can't make them because I've been doing my remodeling, and I really want to get that done. As soon as the remodeling is done and out of the way, then it'll be a no problem. It will literally be no problem. Then I can come hang out with the rest of the kids. But until then, I really can't. That's kind of taking up most of my time. Especially since I want to get it done and hurried up. But I don't want to do everything in a hurry and make a mistake and then pay for it later. So it's kind of one of those things. It's a building project that cannot be rushed. Oh, so... oh my gosh, so what do you got? Not everybody's talking. Why is nobody talking? Come on now. Give me something to talk about. Oh... Today's stream is going to be one of those days where I'm like, why did I even start streaming? Why? Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I kind of messed up my back today, so that was fun. But I also have to feed and water tarantulas today. Thinking about doing a tarantula cam. What do you guys think about a tarantula cam? Do you guys think it'd be a great idea? I know spiders affected, or spiders infected. I think his name is Spiders Infected. Or it might be affected. I don't want to get it wrong. But he's a gentleman out of Germany. He does a live stream of just his tarantulas. No music, no words, no nothing. Just his tarantula. And she's a gorgeous aging. I was trying to say her name, but for some reason my tongue decided not to work. Bailey's Bug Book says, did a wildlife walk last week. That's awesome. And then checking out how to do a T-cam and stuff here. Oh, nice. So you want to do a tarantula cam as well, Bailey, or I think that's where I'm getting at, is you want to also do a tarantula cam. Yeah, because I think they're very interesting, especially if you can get good lighting that isn't so bad for the tarantula, and you can get a good camera to pick up its movements, because then you can actually, keep that streaming live 24/7 and with no worries. And, see if you can get some rights to some music and just play that in the background. I mean, that would be perfect. But I know how difficult it is to get rights to music. Now there is a little thing, there's a little a little trick you can do on Twitch, and I'm one of these days on a test, I might do that here. I think that'll be fun. To do that here is to play the music softly in the background and just talk over it completely and see how that works. Because that's generally what they do on Twitch. They play music softly in the background and they just talk over it. But the music they play also has to be DCMA regulated. It has to be copyright free. So they've been doing live stations, like a live radio almost, and off of YouTube, and playing it in the background when they speak. So I'm kind of thinking if I loop it around, if that would work or not. But if I could do that and just talk over it, then that'd be fine. And then whenever I do a live cam, do something about that. Because there's some other places that you can actually copyright music for free. It's just you have to find them. And then you have to double check and triple check to make sure they're still copyright free. So that is the issue right now. And then my camera, I'm wondering if my camera's going to be good enough. And of course the lighting. Lighting is always an issue, so I gotta make sure that's okay as well. So where are we at? I have a new phone. Oh, that's awesome. Bailey, oh, by the way, I'm on Photoshop. Oh yeah, Millions of Critters was here as well. I saw him not too long ago. I know he had some trouble. Somebody apparently broke into his place, so wish him the best of luck. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Hey, Ben's Pets. Hey Ben, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. I hope this week has treated you well. How's school? And then we have, hold on, I'm going through the comments. And then we also have on camera LED, or a good idea. Are you talking about the lights on the camera? So you're moving in between chat. And Peter Webster says, I still have put a battery in my Sony yet. Okay, so you guys are talking about cameras. All right. I see. Have your conversations to yourself. Leave the host out of it. Why you guys leave the host out of it? The host is going to play another song. Ben Pett says, I'm good. Thanks, Cracks. How are you? I'm doing fine, honey. I hope you're doing well. I hope school's doing well. I hope you're doing good in school. School comes first. YouTube comes second. Pets come second. Or I should say, YouTube comes third. Pets come second. That's what I wanted to say. That just totally messed up. I'm going to see myself out now. I'm just going to play some music. That's what I'm good for. I guess that's kind of what you guys are here for as well. You know, the music. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and Ellie is in the house. I was just talking about you. Not too long ago, actually. I was like, I hope you're doing alright. I haven't seen you forever. I'm so happy to see Ellie's bug babies back into the house. Oh, if I could, I would give you a hug. You were missed. Can you tell? Oh my goodness. So, Ophi Spiderverse says, "Hey Cracks, so if you don't have anybody set up for next Friday, I'll be taking off work and possibly available. Let me know if you have your let me know your thoughts. I think Peter or Bailey will be on next week. You know what? Why don't we do Peter, Bailey, and Ophi Spiderverse do I know this is gonna sound a four-way chat. I had to put the word in chat in there because I know Mark, the spider guy, is in the chat room. I know he's lurking there. I see him saying hi to Ellie. So if I don't make it very clear and just say it's a four-way, I know his imagination will run wild. So we got to make sure he understands. Ellie's free now. Ellie. So Ellie, if you'd like to come on the show, you're more than welcome to. I would love to see how your school went because I know you've been busting your butt doing a lot of the studying, and so I was kind of curious on how that was going for you. But it was too kind of, actually, honestly, I was kind of afraid to bother you because you were so busy with school, and I know how frustrating that is to try and study, and then everybody's like, "Hey, how's it going?" You're like, "Just let me study." Uh, so Mark the Spider Guy says, "Yes, Ellie, get on." I'll put it in the chat for you. Can you tell you were loved here and you're highly missed? Oh, okay. So Bailey the Bug Baby says, "Now I should have said get it on." Crazy Kane, how's it going, sweetie? Long time no see. It's good to see you. Peter Webster says, "Sounds good to me, Cracks. I'll keep Friday free." Awesome. That's good. That's great. So yeah, there you go. So ladies and gentlemen, we've got something set up for next Friday. That'd be great, just to have all of you on. And I'm still trying to bug Sam to come on, but I know catching him on a day off is like finding a needle in a haystack. He would have helped out tonight, but he has to work for another 2.5 hours. So like finding a needle.
Hello.
He would have helped out tonight. Oh, I hear myself. 2.5 hours. We're stuck in the loop.
Sorry, I forgot to turn you off.
Don't turn me off. I want to be turned on.
I mean, turn you off on the other one. I left it on. I didn't even think. How's everybody? Feels like forever.
I was really missing you. I was like, oh, well, I hope your studies are going well. I haven't seen or heard from you, and I'm like, I don't want to bug you because as I know from studying, for me, when people come and break my concentration, it's very hard to get back into that concentrated mode. And you were saying you were like buckling down for your studies, so I didn't want to bother you too much. So it's been forever since you've been on the show. I've seen you in the chat once in a while, but I was like, I miss her.
I suppose we're all lucky to a degree because I wasn't planning on finishing my work till the 27th because it's due on the 28th. But somehow in the last few days, everything just sort of flew by and finished up, and then I sent it earlier and I'm completely finished with it till October.
Oh, wow. That's so nice. I'm so happy for you. Does that mean you get more... does this mean you get more time to collect more tarantulas?
No, I don't want too many more because they're going to grow and I want to breed them.
Ah, okay. And you want the room, of course.
Oh, that is awful.
What is awful? What's going on?
It's called the Ojo's Rose Spritz, cranberry and peppercorn.
Did I just hear you say peppercorn?
Yes.
Oh, that is not so good.
Well, it's not too bad, but it's like, that first initial taste when you've never tasted something before, and you got to come around to it, and it's like, what the hell is that? What did I just shove in my mouth?
Yeah, I've I've done some traveling, so I know how that is, and it's and then later you're like, why did I drink that, or why did I eat that?
Oh, I never have a problem with peppercorn, though. I love peppercorn.
I would say peppercorn is not my thing.
I love peppercorn. So how have you been? How's the
I've
kitty
been doing.
cat?
The kitty cat's doing well. He did eat a bee. His face swelled up,
Oh,
and
no.
of course they had to keep him overnight. What happened was antihistamines and steroids don't mix well. So they keep him from going into a coma, basically, and having some issues with kidney and liver and other. Apparently, just don't mix the drugs. It's not a
Yeah.
good thing. So then he came out of it. Now because of it flared up his disease beyond the steroid control.
Oh, no.
He looks so chewed up, especially around the neck area where it had exploded the bites, not bite site, but the sting site, which was the mouth, had basically carried on. He kind of tore himself up, and then his disease on top of that just kicked in and full blown. So he looks so bad. He looks like he'd gotten mauled by a dog at this
Oh,
moment. And I was like, I generally love my cats, and I feel bad for him because he's on painkillers now. But it looks like I absolutely neglect him. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna have any friends over for a really long time.
but the thing is, I think cats do it to themselves because they don't bloody learn. No matter how many times they hurt themselves, they still do it again.
Oh, especially when it comes to eating insects. Oh, absolutely, 100%. You would think they would learn the first time. They won't.
That's
I
not,
guarantee. But the thing is, it wasn't a normal bee. It was what we call wood bee here. It's a little tiny black bee, and it burrows in wood, of course. So technically it is a wood bee, and it was windy, so I didn't think it would come up on the third story because, I live. Technically, I'm living on the third story, but the one story is kind of buried like a basement. So, but
yeah.
still being up so high, I didn't think anything with the wind would fly in. I was so wrong, and I thought it was a fly because it was small and black. It didn't look like a bee, and I was like, oh no, all right, you guys can play with the fly. And they were really tearing up the house to get that what I thought was a fly on the wall. And
Oh,
just as he catches it, I see a little shimmer of color, and I'm like, hold on a second. And then I'm trying to save this thing before he eats it, and of course he eats it.
oh no.
And and then I was like, okay, maybe he ate it, he'd be okay. No, he started digging at his mouth, and I'm like, yep. And sure enough, I grab him, snatch him, pry his jaws open, and cats hate that. And I see the stinger, and I pull the stinger out, and I'm like, oh, you poor baby. um, and so his mouth just kept swelling and swelling. So I was like, oh, vet time, because I don't want any airway passages to have any problems.
Yeah.
Uh, so I took him to the vet, and of course I was gonna just stay there, and hover over my cat because I'm a worried mom that way. And they're like, no, we need to observe him overnight because he's on this particular steroid. And I'm like, it had to be you. Of all the cats in this house, there's there's two others. You get three cats in total. It has to be the one with the worst luck. I'm like, ah. Oh. So I have to leave them there for. And the thing is, it's funny because people go, you're broke. How do you have how do you have the money to still to pay for your cats? I was like, dude, I've been saving for the worst day ever for my cats. So they all have their own, each one of them have their own savings account. And I don't touch the savings account for anything except for to take care of them.
Yeah.
So no matter how broke I am, no matter how jobless I am, my cats will never have to suffer. And that doesn't include food. That just covers vet bills and things they absolutely need, like cat toys or a cat tree. Like I said, it's just things they absolutely need. And you're looking at, let's see, I've had each one of them for Sean. I've had for almost 4 years now, or 3 years. I've had Sean for 3 years, and I had that means Lele is 2 years, and Volley is just a year. So I've been saving up for the animals ever since I've been keeping animals. So as soon as I get them, they immediately get their own savings account, and money, 10% of my paycheck goes right into that account.
Oh, wow. Well, at least you care for them. It's better than what some people do.
Oh yeah, no, it bothers me when I hear, well, we can't afford it anymore. Well, I mean, that sucks for you, but why didn't you think about making a savings account for your cat like you would for your kid?
You have to think about different situations, because I'm in a kind of situation that, yeah, I've got money, but
yes,
because of debts and paying back things and things like that, I can't save for a rainy day. If I try and save it for a rainy day, they take it off of me.
Yeah, see, there is that. People do have to struggle with that. But I also think that... So wait, hold on a second. So you get double taxed? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is, like, me, I have debts, right?
Right.
And it got to the stage where I got sick. So I couldn't pay my debt. So my debt gathered more debt. And I went with a government debt company to help me get rid of the debt, which is working. But it means any small little savings
yeah.
that I get, they take off of me to pay my debt, even though I'm already paying it every month.
But the thing is, excuse me, I've been going in and outside today, so just bear with my voice for a second. I'm so sorry. Gosh dang it. Let's see if I lose my voice totally on this show. I might just lose everything this show. But anyway, oh, there we go. So anyways, so your situation is that if you save up, they take it. But you're not looking at getting fired next week or losing money or going into... You're not going to lose your house or anything like that, right?
I can't buy my own house. I can't buy a car over a certain amount. Anything over a certain amount, I have to sell it to pay back the government for the debt.
No, what I mean is...
on everything that I can have and everything I can do. And
hey,
if
Urban,
I do jobs or anything like that, then basically what happens is they'll go through all my accounts, they'll go through everything else. And if the bill needs reducing, they'll reduce the bill. If the bill doesn't need reducing, then I still have to adhere to that amount.
But the thing is, that's not what I was talking about. The thing is, right now, as you're sitting, you're not gonna say you broke your leg and you can't do anything tomorrow. Your finances are not gonna be hit by that, are they?
No, mine are not, because I've sorted them out so they don't.
See, exactly. You've sorted them out, so you were an adult enough to actually understand that you have kids and you have pets to actually take care of, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean, but like I was just trying to say that everybody's situation is different. So you can't necessarily say, oh, well, you should do this or you should do that. You know, maybe they did plan to do that and maybe they started doing that, but maybe something else came up. Because
but that's not...
I didn't have an accident.
Ellie, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who ignore the fact that possibly something can happen in the future.
Yeah, well, that's different.
Exactly. Those are the people that actually annoy me, that says, well, it's like when you ask somebody, it's like, okay, so you had 6 months to prepare for this. I'm not talking about the ones that find themselves in the next day issue. I'm talking about the ones that had time to prepare.
Yeah.
I think I should have been a little more clear about that. But that's what bothers me, is when you have time to prepare and you ignore it. And then they're going, well, we can't afford this, we can't afford that. It's like, no, you had time to prepare. That's what annoys me. I'm not talking about somebody who had their house burnt or in your situation or further on. I'm talking about those that actually are not blindsided by, what do you call it? God, the act of God, I think that's what the insurance companies call it. Yeah. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about those that are, you know, they gave us 6 months to move out. Okay. Kind of people. Those are the ones. very irresponsible ones. That's what bothers
Yeah,
me.
but 6 months is still a long time.
And then they should be able to sort out how to take care of their animals, right?
I'm saying 6 months is a long time. I've just explained a little bit of my situation to you. 3 years ago, before Christmas, I moved into this house 2 weeks before Christmas. I was given 1 week to move.
Oh
So 6 months is
Wait.
really not long.
Well, in Sweden, it's 6 months is actually a pretty bare minimum.
Oh, wow.
They make sure that you're on your feet before you. The government makes sure you're on your feet before you're booted to the curb. Maybe that's where I think that might be the disconnect because I come from a country that says no. There's certain things have to be taken in place before you can remove somebody.
Oh, see, I wasn't removed. Because what it was is I needed a bigger house. We were sharing a little. Well, it was originally a 3-bedroom house, but it'd been converted. So I had 2 bedrooms upstairs, and the lady had 1 bedroom downstairs. And we were living like that. I was living like that with the 2 kids, and like it just wasn't happening. And I needed a bigger house. They found me a bigger house, but they told me either I move in within the week or I lose the bigger house. So it wasn't that I was going to be homeless, because it wasn't like that. Like I would have still had somewhere to live. It just wasn't suitable in the long run.
Oh, okay. But again, my whole point is you take your affairs and you take care of them.
Yeah.
And you do what you can and you don't whine about it, you don't complain about it. That's my biggest issue. And like I said, I come from an area where, they give you 6 months in advance. It's pretty general. 4 months if you've been neglecting your bills purposely, and the government will come in and take over your payments and actually force you to work. If you don't do it, then you go to jail. So, I mean, it's jail time or work. Pay your taxes or go to jail, pretty much.
Yeah.
And if you can't, then they look into either a disability of some sort, because some people do suffer emotionally, some people do suffer mentally, and they can't function in a setting that would require a lot of stress. And work is a lot of stress. If you don't believe me, just ask anybody who needs a cup of coffee in the morning to get up and go to work. Unless your work is something that you actually do, that you absolutely love, which is a whole different story, a whole different conversation for another day. But that, we understand that not everybody can just pull up their pants, tie their shoes, and go out the door. So we know this. Peter Webster says, I'm going to have a shoot now. And a few things to talk to you soon. Stay safe. Take care. Good night, all. All right. Take care, Peter. It's good to see you. Black Wolf EBZ. Welcome. It's good to see you. Ebbs.
Yeah, Sidex, Mrs.
This is a new person. Can I go hug the new person?
Ebbs is really cool. I think you'll like Ebbs. Everybody loves Ebbs.
Yay! And even Scott Animal Adventure. Scott's even made it. Yay! I'm so happy. Urban Exotics.
You know what
I saw you. I saw you sleeping earlier.
I completely missed the chat because I opened StreamYard. I forgot to shut off YouTube, and then I'm on StreamYard. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, why can't I see the chat? I totally forgot. So I missed everybody's comments, so I'm really sorry.
Nah, you're good. You're good. And if the show carries on for a while tonight, Sam might be on a little bit later. Like I said, he's Bug Realms.
Oh, Sam.
I would the one that self-proclaimed himself as a pervert. Yes, that's Sam.
Sam and his socks, bless him.
The Sam that's living the dream that I would love, where the landlord lives in another country. Oh.
Me and Sam, I don't know, we've sort of lost communication at the moment. We spoke to each other last time and we're like, remind us to harass each other, and then we forgot to harass each other.
As much as I know, I think he's
Sam's hilarious.
just working. I think work has kind of consumed him a bit. Oh, he is absolutely hilarious. I had him on the show once, and I was dying. I think between him, I think it was him, Bailey, and Scott. It wasn't Scott. Bailey? Who was with us that night? It was you, Sam, and somebody else. I think it was Scott. Not Scott from Animal Adventures. I'm talking about Scott
Simverts.
Scott Simverts. But was it those three? Possibly. But anyways, it was a long night. It was fun. Welcome back, Ebbs. Welcome back. It's good to have you. Thank you for coming. But yeah, no, they were just having me in tears. It was, or Dan.
That's normal.
Was it Scotty T or Dan? I don't know, but it was with it was you, Sam, and somebody else. Could have been Dan. No, it wasn't Dan. It might have been Scott. It's been so long now that I have to actually go back and look.
Bye, Kane. Kane's leaving.
Oh, Kane's taking off? Oh, he is. Take care, Kane. Take care of my,
Did you see all my little gifts off Mac? Oh my god, they were so cute.
Oh, wait, what? Say again?
I had like a bunch of little gifts off Mac. First, I had Ginny, which is the INN Gold female, and she's quite big as well. She's so beautiful. And then it was one boy, the Davis Pentaloris female. She's a bit little, but she's still super cute. And then it was, I'm sure there's something else. Why am I thinking I'm missing something? There is something else, but there's a rosea as well. Mark, am I missing anything? I haven't named the rosea, but I named one boy, I named Ginny, and I named Wangari. Wangari is the Nandu Tripepi. That's the one, Nandu Tripepi.
Oh, I love the Nandus.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry next month.
It's so cute.
Next month, I'm going to sell all of the little ones that I had picked up last year.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to cry because most of them are Nandu Tripepe. And they're quirky little twerps. I love them so much. I just do. It's just, they're so spastic sometimes, and then other times they're so brave. It's like, I was trying to rehouse one the other day to get him from his smaller enclosure to the larger one. Because, they love to dig, so I want to make sure they have enough substrate to dig. And he just wouldn't move. And these are so spastic that I was like, okay. So I was like, I'll get a little straw here. I'm going to touch you with it. And I made myself very known that I'm going to touch him with the straw. And of course that little twerp turns around and tries to take the straw from me. He hit it a couple times, and then I remove the straw, and he just kind of moved over on his own. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You rehouse yourself on your own after I poked you with the straw. I was like, that doesn't always work. So I'm like, I don't want to sell you. I want to keep you. It's good. And then I hear my brother in the background, you're going to get rid of him. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to keep him. And so my brother thinks I'm going to keep all of them now.
Yeah, I gotta be really careful because, like, I want to do breeding projects when they're a bit bigger. And especially with some of the species like I got, like with all the grammostolas. Okay, the grammostolas, pulchrites, that one is question mark because that one is still quite widely available in the hobby, where some of the others are not. Like with the Samapeus victori, that one's quite hard to get as well.
I was going to tell you, the two that are really hard to get here in Sweden is the Grammostola pulchra and the Grammostola rosea.
Yeah,
those two are really hard to get. They almost get bought up as soon as they go out on sale. They're extremely hard to get. And if you want to get one for a decent price and not sell your soul, good luck with that.
I've got three. So I've got 3 roseas, 1 portetti, 2 pulchras, I've got nearly 2 of everything except for the rosé I've got 3, and the polka I've got 1. Everything else I've got 2 of.
Do you want to get rid of one? I'll send you a tripope.
No, I'm gonna breed them. It cost me a lot. I can't even believe Mark actually went and got me a rosea. Like,
Oh, wow.
cheap little spiders. They're quite expensive for tiny.
Yes.
Like
Remember back in the...
I
Go
just
ahead.
bought one which is about 2 to 3 centimeters. It's supposed to be 4 centimeters, but it's more around the 3 centimeter mark. I paid £55
Okay.
for it.
Oh, wow.
That's not even including delivery because I drive them myself.
Oh,
But it is
ouch.
cute though. Oh, whenever they come up, I don't question it. I don't even care if it's a rip-off. Like, at the end of the day, you might not know when they're going to come up again. So if you really want them and you want them for a good reason, you might as well get them while you can.
Yeah, no, I would really love those. Those two are actually on my wish list. But they're so expensive, I can't. But remember back in the 80s when the rosé was so cheap? Maybe not.
I'd be completely honest with you. I
Am I
wouldn't
showing my
remember
age?
anything from the 80s because I was born in 91.
Oh no, you're a 90s kid. I'm an 80s kid. Back in the 80s and early 90s, they were dirt cheap.
Yeah, but now
I
they're
mean,
all...
dirt cheap.
Now you can't import them, you can't export them. Like, there's so many regulations around them now. You've got to be really careful. Like, at the moment, we're still allowed to breed them and sell them within the hobby, but even that's questionable. Like, they're trying to stop it. Some places are really trying to stop it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because in the EU, here in the EU, we've got notices. We've got lists because I'm trying to start a business, so I get a news list on shipments from the agriculture of Sweden, and there's actually a couple of breeds of tarantula that's going under what was it, special inspection or something. They're not quite on sites yet, but they're close. Because the Brachypelma and the Polychaetheria are both they're covered by sites, but there's actually another list where we have to pay for kind of the same thing. It's a little cheaper, but pretty much the same thing. Selling to non-EU countries, and the Grammostolas are on the list. The Xenethicus is on the list. I don't have it in front of me. I have to bring it up. But yeah, there's a couple of new species now that they've added.
Oh, Scott's still wee young. He was born in 98. Oh, bless his little cotton top.
God, I'm so showing my age here.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between the early 90s kids and the late 90s kids. There's a big divide.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like 95. It changed. Things churned right after 95. Because if you look at 96, everybody born in 96 and after, they're I don't know, they don't have the culture like with the cartoons and the shows that the early 90s kids had. I don't know what happened, but yeah, just mention Scooby-Doo and the Smurfs. Almost everybody after 96, between 96 and after, really don't know who those are.
Oh, I don't know about that. My kids was brought up on pretty much everything I'm brought up on. I was really strict. I didn't allow well, I'm not really strict, that's a lie. But they wasn't allowed Peppa Pig. They wasn't allowed anything that I deemed stupid, like SpongeBob or Mr. Bean, or they just annoy me. And Simpsons is the worst. Like, no, that's just not happening in my household. They allowed Disney. They allowed Free Willy. They allowed David Attenborough. They do have some kids programs, like Disney programs and movies, family movies and stuff like that. Yeah, they love Scooby-Doo. But, like, yeah. I'm one of them ones that don't see the point in adding, like, stupid baby language, because it really doesn't help.
Yeah, true. I have to agree with that. Yeah, see, this is a cartoon. The Simpsons. The Simpsons I grew up with. And I remember everybody having issues with Bart being disrespectful to his parents. That and if you look at is being played today is completely different. You wouldn't be able to play what you played today back then. You really wouldn't. Because even Bart, like I said, The Simpsons had a hard time. And Bart's bite me to his elders was such a problem. But yeah, it's like I said, they have yeah, like I said, I don't know what it is, but if you look at 96 and after, it's completely different. The 80s had their own set of cartoons, like the Dungeons and Dragons. The 90s had Care Bears, Scooby Doo, Smurfs.
Oh, I love Care Bears. Care Bears is my favorite.
Oh, see.
I hate Teletubbies.
We won't get into Teletubbies. They're just creepy. If you want to know what's wrong with the kids today, they had Teletubbies. That explains everything.
Whatever because I grew up in my nan's household, so like my mum and her siblings were more like my siblings. Because like my nan got 6 kids and her youngest is only 5 years older than me, so me and her always shared a bedroom, so we grew up like sisters. So I almost pretty much grew up with most of the older stuff. So if you name some of it, then I would be like, yeah, I know it. But if you say, oh, well, do you remember the 80s? Well, I wasn't in the 80s, so I couldn't couldn't tell you about it.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you, the 80s was completely different. Moon Over Miami says The Simpsons was never a kid's cartoon. It was an adult cartoon. I would have to kind of disagree. It was more of a early teenager cartoon. It wasn't really even for adults. It was more, 13, 14 years old. It wasn't for 9 or 10-year-olds, but it was definitely for 13, 14 years old. And of course after that. Because, I remember everybody thought Bite Me was the greatest thing in the world. So it was shocking that some adults would even say it, But again, that's just that's the generation I grew up in, and God, I feel old now.
See, we used to watch it because my brothers loved that, but like 90% of the time, like when we were young, we didn't really get an option of what we wanted to watch until the younger siblings came along, and they had the options. Me, I was stuck with Buffy, Xena, Robot Wars.
Oh my gosh! Remember those shows?
Whatever the adult stuck on the TV, you watch that, or you're in trouble. Simple as that.
Well, you know what? You know what the 80s, the 1980s, the whole 1980s from 80 to 89. They had their own automatic remote control. You know how it operated?
Go on.
Hey kiddo, get up there and change channel. I kid you not. That's exactly how it worked.
See, back here when we were young, if we had a TV, it meant that we wasn't the poorest family around, so we weren't allowed to touch it, because if it broke, we weren't going to get another one.
Yeah, no, that was funny. I remember when the remote control was a thing, too. Nowadays, it's like a click on your computer. Not too many people really watch TV to watch TV. It's, they gotta hook up the shows from the computer to the TV nowadays. And I remember growing up, and you got whatever channel came in. Whatever you could get the bunny ears to make the channel clear, that's what you watched. And if you didn't like what you liked, then get outside and go play.
There was so much stuff, but half of it I watched in my family's houses. Like if I went to my auntie's, they'd have cartoons on. They'd have stuff like Rosie and Jim, Rainbow, things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know them ones.
But to get back to the tarantulas, we're kind of getting off track here. We're reminiscing back in the past a little way too much. Scott's inverts. Oh my gosh, Scott's even said hello.
And Mark likes
Putting Leo to bed, listening. Hey, Scott. It's good to have you. Give Leo lots of love from us all.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh, Bailey is talking about shows. Rosie and Jim. Orem and Cheap.
Talking about shows. That's great.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody remembers this show, but my mom loved it so much she had it imported. It's Chips. It was two cops that did motorcycle. It was a show with two cops on a motorcycle. They're both motorcycle cops. It was a whole show about them arresting people. It was like,
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you. Oh my gosh. So I'm wondering if anybody else knew about that show, because that show was hilarious. It wasn't hilarious at the time. It was actually pretty cool to watch when I was a kid, but that was when I was a kid. But yeah, it was an American show. My mom was absolutely in love with it. I think it was one of the very few shows that highlighted police officers as being police officers. So it was, some of it was pretty over the top. Of course, it was. I think it was late '70s, early '80s show. But yeah. Scott Invert says, only the Avon lady when I was a kid called me Scotty and got away with it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's not talk about Avon. Scott's showing his age too.
Avon's been around since before I even came along.
Yep, Avon is. I remember the pink Cadillac was
TV, which is now called what's it called? The at Home.
Yep.
That's a competitor of Avon. I used to work for them.
It was. Does anybody remember the Tupperware?
Yeah, you can still get them.
Yeah, they're expensive. They're expensive. Holy crap! I was thinking,
it's expensive though, but they still do come around with their catalogs.
Yep. Here you actually have to specifically ask for them because we have such stringent laws against plastic and its uses. So they, if you want good Tupperware, you actually have to make it a point to get a hold of them.
I wish they would less laws on plastic.
And everything, because of our duty tax, everything is expensive when it comes to stuff like that. And so it's just like, oh my goodness. But yeah, no, those companies have been around since I can remember. I think they're well established. Whoever invented the Avon lady and invented Tupperware pretty much knew what they were doing way back in the day.
Yeah, I just think it's a way though to get people to do labor and accept the minimalist pay ever. Because they say, you work on commission. You don't get shit. At the end of the month, you could barely get yourself a mascara.
Yeah, no, I think what it was is for women who were stay-at-home moms to earn just a little extra. But it was all about the socializing. I think that's what it was for. Because remember back in the day, here in Sweden, 60s and 70s, women stayed home, the men would work, and the women would take care of the kids. And so you didn't get really much to socialize. There wasn't an internet to do stuff on. So you would get together with the ladies of your neighborhood, and that's where the sales would come in. So it was more about the socialization than it was getting the commission. The commission pay was just a little extra. So if you wanted to take your kids out for a little dinner or take your family out or, go to get an ice cream or something with the family or because fast food here is pretty expensive. So if you wanted to do something like that, or if you wanted to go to Furuvik, which is a kind of a zoo kind of thing, if you want to go there and hang out, it gave you a little sense of pride because, you were... it was your turn to actually pay for it. And now, mind you, people are going to probably hang me for this, but that was how it was for back then. So it was all about a commission back then. And then the more commissions you earned, the more money you would earn. And of course, they would have incentives. In the Avon case, I don't know if you guys remember this, but the pink Cadillac. That was a big thing in the U.S. They tried to do something similar in Sweden. It never worked. But yeah, that was a thing. The Kirby vacuum. We didn't have that, actually. The vacuum cleaner was actually put in stores. Because our laws are... We have very strict laws. So if it didn't work, you had to give people money back. And Kirby is not... from my understanding, Kirby really doesn't like to give back that money. So stuff like that we really didn't have here in Sweden, but we did have like the Avon lady for a short period of time, and we did have the Tupperware for a short period of time. But it was basically made for housewives who didn't have, like I said, did not have the internet back then, and didn't have the ability to go to the next town because they had to stay home, make sure the house was clean, the kids were off to school, dressed. When they came home, make sure that the kids were fed, and then the husband was taken care of. That that was how it was back then. So.
Aren't we glad it changed?
Me too. Be honest, I'm happy it did change.
I'm probably gonna be the worst wife ever. I'm like, I will do a bad job. Here's the Hoover. Carry on.
Oh, my mom was like the best housewife ever. She reminded you why you did not piss off the woman who prepared your food in a room full of sharp objects and poisons all around. Just think about that one for a second.
I already know how that works.
Yeah, no, she, if you made her angry, you sure you want to eat today? That was kind of the...
Like, you've got to be really careful because you don't want to get in trouble. But nowadays, it's so easy to pull off because most people do not like hot food. So you know when you say, oh yeah, I'm making dinner with chili in it. I love hot food. It doesn't matter how hot it is. When you see them rush into the toilet and go into the freezer first, it's hilarious.
Face is red, they're spouting, drinking milk as much as they can. Oh yeah.
They soon don't
know what happened. Well, yeah, Moon over Miami. Where do you think a lot of the cleaning supplies is stored? Though to Mom's credit, she never did anything like that. I will say that much. But she would genuinely... oh gosh, my voice. She would genuinely point that out. Kind of make us think back then to be like, oh, okay, we'll just do what you say. Moon over Miami says, it was funny. A salesman called us. Can I go over to your house and show you a Kirby vacuum for free? Set a steak knives for free. Set of steak knives he did. We had no carpet. So he had no carpet. But you got a free set of steak knives. I think that's where I'm getting from that. Okay, but yeah, it does. Okay, so get back to the tarantulas. But my whole point before we got on this whole road of the 80s and 90s was Grandma Stole, and the Grandma Stole roseas were really, really super cheap back then. I think Bailey even said €15 back then. I think they were even cheaper here in Sweden. I mean, they were stupidly cheap. And now it's the price of your soul. So on my wish list is a Grandma Stole, Rosale, or Pulchra. I don't care. Those two. Just any Grandma Stole in general is on my wish list because I really do love the species, or the genus, I should say. But unfortunately, I just can never find one, and when I do find one, I can't afford it. So it's just one of those catch-22s, I guess. Catch-22s, that's right? I said that right.
Well, I would offer you one, but it'll be a good what? Probably 5 years before I even can think about breeding.
You sure it's gonna be 5 years? I've tried 10. This is Rosé. We're talking about Grandma Stolas in general.
Yeah, but the Pulchra is faster growing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you might have to wait longer for, but the Pulchra at this rate is growing. We're looking between 5 and 6 years for maturity.
They grow so slow.
Of
Oh my
course
god, it's the
they don't.
yeah, the Grammostolas. Well, Grammostola rosea. They grow really
Yeah,
slow.
rosé.
But the pulchra, you're saying, I thought they'd also grew slow.
Wow. Like honestly, I can show you the pictures I had of my pulchras when I got them, almost the exact same time as my rosé, my first ever rosea and the portelli when I got them. The pulchra is what, almost 4 times the size, where the rosea is almost still the same size.
Scott, I moved here when I was 15. So yeah, I was here during my childhood and in Canada during my childhood. So take your pick. But anyways, go ahead.
That's right. I finished what I was saying now.
Oh, okay.
And you answered,
Oh, but yeah, no. So wait, if it's gonna take 5 and 6 years, to get your okay, so that's if you have a successful breeding, because I heard Grammostolas are one of the worst to try and breed.
well, we won't know until we try, will we? And I've got plenty of them to give it a go. But I got a feeling the actions, the Iharinges, will mature before the Corrigais and the Pulpits.
Okay.
And then the Portelli and the Roseas, give them another 10 years on top of that. Maybe we'll get
Oh, so I'm looking at possibly 7 or 8 years before I can get my first Grammostola from you.
They do take
Oh,
long. Most of them don't take that long. I found the fastest one to grow is the Pulcripes, which I think that's why it could be more in a hobby.
oh, okay.
The
I
Pulcripes
think you
is
might be right.
gone from tiny, tiny, tiny to God. It's a large juvenile now, so it could be pushing sub-adult on its next molt.
Oh, wow.
So, and I've only
And
had it a year, and it's grown that fast in a year.
could it be a male then?
No, his sex is female.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. So they actually do grow faster.
It
I
was
think you might be
sex
right on that one.
female before I had it, and I had it as like a very small, well, either a large sling or a small juvenile. It looked more like a large sling to me, but I had it from quite small. And it was sexed as a female then, and every molt I've had from it, I've sexed it, and it still comes out to be female.
Now, I'm just going to point this out real quick. For everybody that's just coming to the stream, can hear the purr in the back of her mic. That's her dog snoring. That's her puppy. They're having a good time.
Hi, Bailey. If there's anybody
Okay.
I didn't say hi to, hi. My brain's still catching up.
Well, we have a couple people, and Mark was talking about his velvet spider a while back, so I've got to go check that out because I'm in love with his velvet spider. I really want a velvet spider,
Oh,
but
the one with the big bum.
yes, that
Yeah.
likes to nip butts. I love that one so much. Oh my gosh! And so now everybody knows. Uh, let's see if I can see. Creepy and Crawly UK. I think it was Creepy who sent me a message showing the velvet spider that I really didn't get to see too well in the video. But I was super stoked because now everybody's starting to realize that I like velvet spiders, so they have to show me the velvet spider.
I don't know. Show you.
That's fine. So we've got Scott's Animal Adventures, Scott's Inverts, as well as Bailey's Bug Blog, Mark the Spider Guy, Stefan Harrop, Ophi Spider-Verse, and you know, I hadn't seen Happy Ant today. I hope they're okay.
We got Moon now. Moon's been in the chat on and off. Hi, Mark again.
Somebody by the name of Hillbilly jumped in as well. And let's see who else. We got some, and we have Black Wolf Epps. And then who else? So far that's all I can see right now. And Moon Over Miami as well. I'm not quite sure if I remember. I don't remember if I said their name or not. But thank you for being in the chat so far. You guys are great. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So, keep it up. We love it when you guys talk in the chat. And if you want to lurk, if you want to just sit back, relax, and just chill out with the rest of us, you're more than happy to. Anyways, back to what we were saying. Rum is involved, so I will remind people, rum is involved.
I haven't got rum. I've got, what is it? I don't even quite know what it is. Oh, it's a wine, apparently. A wine made of cranberry and pink peppercorn. Whatever
pink
it is,
peppercorn.
Working. That's for sure.
That's good. that's the most important part. Is it working?
Considering I haven't drank since my birthday, like I tried to have one glass of wine the other day, and it just wasn't like going down. You know when you taste it and you're like, no, not today.
Yep.
It was one of them days. But yeah, since my birthday, I haven't had any drink.
Okay, so have you seen the Romanian tarantula, Lycosa? The Romanian tarantula, the Lycosa singularensis, the wolf spider in it. No, I have not seen that. I have to look that one up. Do you know, have you seen what he's talking about? What Scott Inverts has been talking about?
No.
Oh, now I have to go look it up. Lycosa. Lycosa, let's see. Singor linuses. Okay, let me see. Aw, they're not bad looking. They actually look pretty. They really are pretty. But I thought this was also the one that they're not quite too sure. I'm wondering if this is the one that they're not too sure if it's a tarantula or if it's a wolf spider. They really can't decide which way they want to go with this one. Let me make sure no, this is a different one. This is the different one that I'm thinking of. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about a well, it's not really a tarantula. It's a Lycosidae family, so it's not a tarantula family, but it is of the wolf spider. They love to roam. They don't like to sit around too much. They like ground layer and desert area, so they like it dry. Okay, so let's see. That's yeah, no, it's an arthropod. Primary, but it doesn't tell me any information. I need information on this. Why did they not give me? Yeah, it's a wolf spider. Because it's part of the Lycosa family. Apparently there's not that too much care info on them. Are they not kept in huge European wolf spider? I know it's a European, but we don't have them here in Sweden. I would really like one. They look really cute. Really heavy. They do not look like a huntsman. If I should say, they really more look like a tarantula than a huntsman. Yeah, it's 100% wolf spider. Bailey said I get why the fangs are at a weird angle. Yep. As you know, tarantula fangs fold back, whereas these are more at the front. So they're more for pouncing and grabbing and holding on to, whereas tarantulas can slap or hit and wait. But I think it's because tarantulas are more of a scavenger in that regard than a huntsman. Huntsmen they thrive on live prey. But it's very pretty. It's I I'm impressed. I really am impressed with it. They are very, very pretty. And there are a variety. There's a variety of them. I'm going to have to do my research. They're not small by any means. But definitely would have to check them out. I love the little threat pose that this one person is actually taking a picture of. Ellie, you need one of these in your life.
Oh, I'm sure I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. As soon as you take a look at it, I'm sure you do. They look like they have very big personalities.
Then I probably definitely don't. If you want a big personality, you just need a Phomictopus or a Grammostola Iharingi. They've definitely got personalities.
Oh, Bailey corrected me. Bailey says the Hogna is European, the Lycosa is South American. Okay. I thought it was, but it says it's the European wolf spider. Maybe misinformation on their part. It is the internet after all. So, I want one. I need one. But I need a Grammostola. That's my first on my first wish list. Scott inverts. Oh, now they're talking about it. Now they're talking about it.
See, I think the only thing I really need now, apart from the Solaris, because I can't afford one, is the Blue Bloom.
It's the what?
Can't think of the common name. Another common name, species name. The common name is the Blue Bloom.
The blue tarantula?
No, Blue Bloom.
Oh, Blue Bloom.
Yeah, from Pamphobetus.
Oh, you're talking about the Zenithus intermedia?
No, it's Pamphobetus.
Panthobius.
You got the purple bloom, the pink bloom, and the blue bloom, all from Pamphobetus.
They're okay. This is called the Amazon Blue Bloom.
No, it's not that one.
Yeah, I know.
I can't think what the species name is called. I'll find it.
Okay. That'd be great. Hogna spell check. Okay, you guys are having a nice discussion. But Ellie, did you check out the new tarantula they discovered in Florida? In the Miami, what's it? They call it the trapdoor. They're trying to say it's a trapdoor tarantula or trapdoor spider. They can't completely figure out if it's a trapdoor or not because they've got so few specimens. But they are safely saying it's pretty much a tarantula. They just need to get it official. Sorry, say again?
I said I didn't look. I've been studying.
Okay. It's a...
Blue bloom is the Nagua color. Nagua color, however you say it. The Pamphobetus Nagua color. Nagua color? I don't know, it's a funny word.
Panthonius. Of course, I can't. Of course, my spelling has to be awful, and I can't find it.
Is N-C-R-I and then color C-O-L-O-R.
It's trying to actually say it again. Spell it again.
N-I.
Okay.
G-R-I. C-O-L-O-R.
My computer wants to, because it's trying to disconcern from English to Swedish, and of course I come up with sushi. I'm like, really? Really?
There you go.
Oh, I appreciate that. Give me a second because it's
from Brazil and Colombia.
And of course, you know, it's trying to take its time. There it goes.
The blue bloom verdita is called.
Hold on.
Get that one.
And of course, the chat has to be very, very slow because I don't see it. Arachno Shack says, "Hey guys, hello Arachno Shack. Missed you last time. Thanks for coming up here. Appreciate it. Did you hit send? I'm not joking. Oh my gosh. I know where Miami says Blue Fangs. It's not Blue Fang. Is it a Blue Fang? Maybe that's what it's.
No, it's a blue bloom verdita.
Oh my gosh. All I had to do is put in Bird Eater at the end. That's all I had to do. Are you kidding me?
All Pamphletus are bird eaters though. I didn't think I needed to state that.
Well, I wasn't thinking, and that's the thing with I have to specifically tell my computer because again it wants to read everything in Swedish, and so it doesn't like English so well, so I have to specifically tell it what to put in, and I didn't even think about putting in Bird Eater for some strange reason. That's totally on my. Holy crap, they're expensive. They're not cheap, but they're gorgeous. Holy cow.
Oh, they are nice. I've got a few different Pamphletus already, but I don't have that one yet. And I can't get the Solaris because they're stupidly expensive.
Yeah, no, they're stupidly expensive. Holy cow. How much is that in euro? That's painful.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Spider World has one. Spider World. EU. Spidersworld.eu. Tarantulas. Tarantulas, thank you. Just give me your tarantulas. Pantabius. There we are. They don't even have the one you like, the one that you're looking for. But it's already so expensive for a 3 centimeter.
Oh no.
A Pantabius cicada is €30 for a 3 centimeter.
I don't have that one either.
Yeah.
There's a few I don't have, and there's a few I do have. But with Pamphletus, they're one of them that you need to collect them all. But I think Pamphletus for me is like, because I can't really get the Therapoxa. Well, I can, but it's just when it grows, where am I going to stick it? Like, it's so big.
Yeah, no, I have an LP, Alessadora. Well, everybody knows what an LP is, but for those who don't, it's Alessadora perihabana. And it's probably one of the few names I can say without actually stuttering over my own tongue.
Yeah, I have the LP and I have the Kalubi as well.
And for her, I'm still waiting for. I ordered a tank and it finally came, but it had shown up broken, so I had to send it back, of course. And I don't want to wait forever for another tank. But I wasn't going to pay that amount of money and have a broken enclosure. That's kind of asinine in my book. So I'm looking for anything either custom or just an emergency tank. Because in one more molt, she'll be too big for the Exoterra that I have for her.
Which one do you have it in?
I have her in the mini. Is it? It's not mini. It's small. But the smalls are huge for what she is.
45 by 30.
It's a what?
Measurements 45 inches by 45 inches by 30 inches.
Yeah, it's 45 by 45 by 30. Or it's or not by 30. It's 45 by 45 by 45. It's the cube.
The cube. Because I got mine in the 45 by 45 by 30, and he got loads of space. But he's a boy. I'm thinking of putting him in something smaller so he doesn't start getting wild.
Well, she's 19. She went from she made a massive growth spurt, and I'm like, how did you do this? This is magician work. Either I measured her wrong.
Mine's like 9, almost 10 inches for a boy. Like he's got these really, really long, skinny legs and a big, huge butt.
Are you sure that's a male?
I'm definitely sure he's a boy. He hooked out on the last note.
Oh wow. Let me see how many inches it is.
He's huge. Mine is.
Yeah, he's bigger than mine. Mine is
totally jaded.
Mine is between 7.5 to almost 8 inches. So.
Well, since he molted out, like I measured his last molt, but he's almost doubled since his last molt. His last molt was just above 8 inches.
Oh wow.
He's definitely a big boy.
Yeah, no kidding. That's impressive. It's just like my Izzy, because Tiptoe is her name Tiptoe? Let me think of again. Yes, her name is Tiptoe. Tiptoe is probably an average size male regalis. I think he's about 14.5, almost 15 centimeters. And he's hooked out, so he's on the smaller end. Izzy is 19 and still has not hooked out. And Izzy is a boy.
Oh, wow.
And I will have to say, Izzy is probably the calmest of the two and gives me almost no problems. Reason why I say almost no problems, they did escape once, but that was my whole fault. My absolute 100% my fault. Oh, that's a hilarious story for another day, but again, Izzy's given me no real issues. So I think the bigger they are, the more calmer they are. Because that he was a little bit of a spaz when he was younger. So.
I've been worried about mine because since he molted out, although he's like doubled in size, it's like his legs can't hold his body up, and he sort of just drags himself around. But he seems to be coming round now and seems to be getting more on his feet. So maybe it was just because of molting.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it was a little bit of a rough molt for him.
Or maybe it's just because he has such a huge ass.
He had a lot of reserve built up.
But he's got the biggest butt I've ever seen.
Now, I do have a tarantula that's giving me a bit of worrisome. That's my Escal. I thought he'd be much bigger because I always compared an Escal to a Regalis in size. And maybe they're a little smaller, but by the books, they generally aren't. They're about the same size. And he is so much smaller than Izzy or even Tiptoe by a few. Oh, Spider-Mom! Spider-Mom 1978 has even come to say hi. It's been so long. I've missed you.
Oh, Cracks, have you seen Spider-Mom's drawing competition?
No, I have not.
Well, whoever wins, she's going to get the drawing tattooed on her. You have to draw one spider, and it's not allowed to have a skull or be demonic in any way.
Oh, you know what? I'm working on a black and white Pokeotheria right now. It's hyper realistic, so we'll see if that actually works. maybe we'll check it out. Hey, Spider Mom, I didn't know we were having a drawing contest. Oh my gosh. But no, as I was saying earlier, because both of you weren't here, I was like, I was wondering where you guys were. I missed you guys. So yeah, I try to jump into you guys' streams as much as possible, and I really can't make them all. I'm trying to do a lot of remodeling and trying to get that finished before this coming winter because I want a safe place for my slings. So, been busting my butt trying to get that taken care of. But, anyways, moving on. My Escal, I'm kind of worried about him because he's not eating. He hasn't eaten for almost a year now. Of course, he's hooked out. So yeah, I'm just really worried about him. Because again, he's hooked out, but he's so small, and I'm trying to figure out if did I power feed him and he just didn't have the time to grow. Is this their normal size? I've never owned an Escal before. He was my very first. So I'm wondering if that's been the issue. But because I have a female that thinks the world evolves around her and she drums everything. Give her water, she comes drumming, sneaking out of her hide and drumming. I think she's just ready, and I think the boys in the room are sensing it. So.
I don't have any of that.
You don't have any of that?
No. I just have purring and snoring.
Oh, I want to do the emotes. I can't do emotes. Oh, I want to do the hearts. Everybody's doing the hearts.
We're all doing the green ones. It's color specific. You're not allowed to use any other color.
Well, I don't have I'm on StreamYard, so I don't have that yet.
They've added more colors. They've added like brown and black and white.
Oh, okay.
And then you've got a heart with a bandage. I've never seen that one before. And then you've got a white heart in a purple square. You even got a broken heart. And a heart on fire. 2 different ones to choose from now.
I want to play, but I can't. I don't have the controls in front of me. Gosh, dang it. Oh. Yeah. Do you want to take a quick break? Grab a refill? Because I need a refill.
I'll go get a refill then. That's fine.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play some music and go get a refill. And welcome back, everybody. I'm Cracks, your host with Ellie Bug Babies, and maybe we can get Spider Mom to come join us. She needs a link. We can give her a link. There you go. You haven't been on the show in so long, but thanks for the comment, Scott. I saw that as I was getting back. No, for your information, I was not doing the number 2. I actually went and brought the whole bottle with me. Because I want to hang out with some of the best people in the world, and that's you guys. So, Ellie, are you back yet? Are you here? Did you mute yourself?
I left my thing on mute. Oh, I didn't even realize. I'm just responding to you, and you're still saying, well, are you here?
We also have Mr. Grindler's Creatures. Oh my gosh, even Jaden even came to say hi. We got Rachno Shack, Mark the Spider Guy, Bailey's Bug Blog, Scott's Inverts, Nabizzy. Hey, how's it going? Some new faces, new names. We got a full house tonight. Stefan Harop even says hello. My gosh, we got a full room. I'm not used to this. Oh, I've got 96 followers now. Wow. Mr. Grindler says 4 more followers and I get to show my face. Yes. Hello, Spider Mom. Oh, it sounds like she's getting set up.
Hello.
I think she said she had the hiccup. Hello. So your mic isn't so very clear. You there?
Yeah, I've got to figure out what I did.
Oh, okay. It sounds better now. Oh, she's got the hiccups. It's been so long. I'm so happy the ladies. It was better. Oh my gosh. You okay?
Moon says, boo, Spider-Man. I don't think it'll work that way.
All right.
I hear Christine fine.
Yeah, no, I hear her fine now. At first it was an odd sound, but I think she was trying to speak as a hiccup or something. I don't know. But I'm so happy to have you guys here. I'm so excited. I'm flailing my arms around like you actually see me. Now you're soft again.
Yeah, I need to watch that, Bailey. I haven't been able to watch that yet.
Oh, yeah, you saw the tour of our estate. Yeah.
I managed to get my work finished, and then I ended up going to my friends before taking my boy to kickboxing. And then we came home a bit late, and then I was like, I really want to try out my new pens. What can I draw? So I found something to draw, and then I ended up here. So lovely.
Now, Spider Mom, you haven't been on the show in so long. I've missed you so much, so I'm glad you're here. Now, Ellie said something about a drawing contest. I have artists from Twitch that listen to this stream now, that listen to this podcast now. Something about a tattoo. So the winner gets the tattoo, or you get the tattoo of the winner.
Okay, so what it was, people had a chance till I get to 375 subs to enter a drawing of a single spider. There's nothing demonic or satanic or nothing, and it just has to be a spider. And when I get to 375, we'll do a live vote and see which one wins, and that's the one I will get when I get to 400 subs.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's super cool. You do realize now, I know some of the best artists in the UK. Germany, Switzerland, and Sweden.
But this is for my subscribers now.
Yes,
Because I
yes,
want my
they have to come
subscribers to
subscribe.
be in on it. So yeah, I made a whole video explaining it. So
Okay, so you have to share the link. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and snoop your channel.
hey Rick, hey
And
Stefan. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Hi, Rick.
so I'm pretty sure you'll be okay with some extra subscribers.
I hope you still got your spike, Rick.
So what's going on with you ladies? What's going on? What's new?
I don't have nothing new to talk about. I've already talked about my whole life drama today.
We even talked about the 90s.
Oh,
about
Jason's
you?
sitting in here in the living room with me. Sorry.
Oh, don't apologize for that. Tell him we said hi. Send him some love from us as well. Even Mr. Griller says, miss that man.
Yeah. Yeah, Jaden's his buddy. Jaden and Scott says they're his buddies.
No,
But
so anything new going on? Any new collections? Any new members? Spiderman?
I haven't gotten any in a little while. If we end up going to the show at the end of the month, then I might pick up a few. But like I've been telling everybody, I'm getting close to my limit because of the spacing. Because I have about 12 slings, so I've got to take in consideration those getting bigger. So maybe about 5 more, and then I'll probably be at my limit.
Oh, wow. How many do you have now, or do you know?
I have 50.
I know some people don't know. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jason is a geezer.
Jason's lovely.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark, again. I think
Hi,
I must
Mark.
have hi to Mark
You did?
30 times now.
Yeah, you've said hello to Mark a couple times. I think he might be doing it.
Hi, Ellie.
Now watch my chat explodes full of Mark saying hi, Ellie, just because you had to point it out.
No, it won't be hi, Ellie. It'll be like, where's my tiramisu? You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Oh, I was just I was thinking about both of you today. I was like, gosh, dang it, and of course there's Amy. We're just missing Amy now. But I was just thinking about you guys today. I felt bad because I've been doing a lot of remodeling. I couldn't make it to a lot of your streams. When I do, I try to say hi, but then I have to get going again. And I was like, gosh, dang it. And now, and I was again. I missed you guys. I'm so happy you guys are here. It's been forever and a day.
Like a lot going on with the family. A lot of things happening. My daughter's getting married next weekend, and then 2 weeks after that, my granddaughter turns 1, and then we got to do a baby shower for my grandson that'll be here in September. So it's been
wow,
a lot going on.
Yay!
Yeah.
Babies are awesome.
Yes. So I'm gonna have a granddaughter and a grandson, so that's exciting.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, yeah, nothing really new. I mean, I have the same 50 I've had for a while now, but
No, the only thing that's new with me is Slapper had passed away, and I'm kicking myself hard for it because I did a very rookie mistake, and I just can't believe I did that. And but I learned my lesson, and she is buried. I wasn't supposed to bury her, but she is buried out in the back underneath the tree. You're not really allowed to dispose animals here in Sweden in that way.
yeah.
But it's an insect. Well, it's not an insect. It's an arachnid, but it's an invert. So I'm sure that there's going to be no diseases once they, once nature takes its course. Whereas if it was a dog or a cat, that might be a whole different issue.
Yeah.
But no, she's buried underneath the tree. I couldn't bring myself to have her frozen and given to the vet. I just couldn't do it. So I put her outside. Now watch, somebody's gonna hear this and then report to my apartment complex. They'll figure out where I live. They'll like take my name down, all my information.
Thanks everybody in chat. Yeah, I'm gonna be Spider Grandma, but I'm not changing my YouTube name. So
You can imagine that you might actually get more subs so that way.
yeah,
Everybody had to come check out
Spider
Grandma.
Gran. Yes.
Spider Gran. We all love Spider Gran.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. And then we also have Arachno Shack. So Spider Mom, what are you drinking? I know you don't drink alcohol, but what are you drinking?
I'm drinking hardcore diet Pepsi tonight.
Ooh. Not water?
No water. I'm actually drinking soda tonight. This is a treat. So, although because I drink water till I float away, so I'm treating myself to diet Pepsi tonight. Just one cup.
Nice. You heard it here first, folks. She's drinking soda. Yeah, and I'm having rum like per usual.
Yeah.
It's either rum, whiskey, or cognac. So rum is cheaper than the other two.
Oh, bye, Mark.
Did you just say you had to go? What's going on, Ellie?
I said I'm having water now. I got a headache.
Okay. Take care, Mark.
Jaden, Spider MILF. Somebody needs a Spider MILF in the channel name. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I don't know if you could use that name in YouTube. I think YouTube might crack down on you.
I don't know.
I don't know, but there's some names that you would think that you would be able to use. So.
Yeah, I know. Arachno Shack, you goofball.
He's gonna change his name to Spider Milf. Spider Dilf. Oh my gosh.
I don't bring me into it. What did I do this time? Go away.
Okay. So, Spider Mom, I got a question. How much is it for a Gramastola Rosea or a Pulcher there?
About $80.
See, I proved my point. You have to sell your soul for one.
Yeah, they're about $80 for the slings here.
But when you were back in the 80s, when you were a kid, were they that much? Were they dirt cheap?
Well, see, I don't even know because back then all you had was Gramastola roseas. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much all you see, and I didn't know about all these other ones. But I do remember when that you get full grown Gramastola roseas or for like $20.
Yeah, 200 kroner. Yeah, no, they were so dirt cheap back in the day, and now they're like, everybody's like, this is the perfect first tarantula, and it's like, first of all, I don't agree with that. Not especially when it comes to roseas, they're too. Well, maybe if you weren't gonna handle them, I think they would make a good first tarantula. But that's just my opinion. I don't know about you guys' opinions.
Yeah, that was actually my first one, and I just recently did a top 5, and it like almost broke my heart not to put them in there, but yeah, I always have a special place in my heart because when we were younger, you could find them everywhere in the pet stores, and for the longest time, that's all I knew about them until I started watching YouTube and seeing all these hundreds of tarantulas you could get. So. Yeah.
That and do you guys remember the craze over cobalt blues?
Yeah.
Cobalt blue. Wait, I need the scientific name.
That's the
They changed the genus on that one, didn't they?
I think they did.
Cereopagopus lividum.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I remember the craze. Oh, they make good tarantulas. No, they don't. They're not a first. They're definitely not a first tarantula. Please don't get them as a first tarantula. Hello, Darren. Welcome.
Hey, Darren.
We've seen a lot. Oh, somebody changed the name. I see it. Somebody changed their name.
Oh my gosh, Scott changes Spiderman. Oh my gosh.
But you notice what he did? He sneakily put the dots in between so it doesn't spell the word directly.
Yeah,
so YouTube
I
won't flag it.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Scott, you're something else.
Ooh, I hear snacks.
It's popcorn.
Share.
I can't. It's full of sugar.
Oh, crap.
I only like the one full of sugar.
Aw. I like the Indian salted one. Indian salted popcorn.
And this is the toffee one, so it's sugar and butter.
Oh, this sounds so good.
Oh my goodness. Scott, you're silly. Jeez.
Oh,
it's gonna be one of those nights tonight, isn't it?
It
Started
looks
off
like
slow,
it.
but my gosh, it picked up.
They done gone crazy in chat now. Everybody's on loopy.
I think now
But no,
lockdown's lifting. They're all going like, "Hey, gals, I'm in season."
oh, just like my tarantulas.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't. I can't with chat right now.
They're a mess right now. My goodness. Now Moon's going.
Are the oh. So what were your thoughts on when the grandma not grandma stole when the Cobalt Blue came out and they were trying to pass it off as a first good tarantula?
I actually don't remember, I don't remember them. I don't know when this was, but I must have missed the whole thing where they said it was a good first tarantula because that's absolutely insane.
I think it was like the mid-90s when the whole craze hit. Everybody wanted a Cobalt Blue, and the pet stores were saying, yeah, it's a really good first tarantula. It eats a lot, which is true. They do eat a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But they're fast, and they're medically significant. They have bad attitudes.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of pet shops don't know what the heck they're talking about, so.
But they're gorgeous. I give them that.
They are, yeah.
They definitely did make some showstoppers. But yes, they were, I think it was about mid-90s when they were trying to pass it off as a first good tarantula. And it just, at the time, I was studying tarantulas because, I was a little too young to own one. Mom at the time thought was never going to happen. So I even asked the pet store, I was like, so what are the effects on people? Was the bite effect, was the, they have fangs, really large fangs. What's, oh, it'll just hurt because of the fangs. And I'm like, really? Now, at the time I was a teenager, but I can't really argue with an elder. My mom would have had my ears for breakfast if I did. But then that was my first real experience of knowing that the pet shop owners, it's not really the owners, it's the employees, aren't really informed on what they're selling. I want to blame the pet shop as an entity itself. Small shops, small mom and pop shops, yeah, sure, I can see holding them fully responsible. But when you have the large corporate pet stores, And then, of course, shortly after, I think it was 98 or 99, or maybe it was 96 or 97. It might have been 97 when the pet stores here were told you can't have pets in the pet store anymore. You must be a licensed distributor. You can't. It's cruel to animals. And so they banned it. I can't remember exactly when that happened.
You don't keep no pets in it.
Pet supply store. No, we don't really have pet stores. You can, some pet stores will have inverts to a degree. But as of like large lizards, or large reptiles in general, or amphibians, or any of them, they're not really allowed to sell. You can have them on display cases, as long as you personally take care of them, but without sale. The Swedish agriculture will come cracking down on you really, really super hard. The government will not stand for it, because it's stressful to the animal, and the animal could suffer. And we don't let animals suffer here in Sweden. That's kind of the message they want to give. So you'll find birds, because they can be kept in large, what do you call it? Cages, but the cages are kept in a out of the foot traffic room. So birds, rodents like rabbits and guinea pigs can be kept as long as they have their own area away from foot traffic. And of course inverts, but inverts again have to be kept away out of foot traffic. They can't be in the way of they can't be seen in the most. So basically they can't see a lot of people walking by, kind of thing. They have to have their own little privacy area. And then and of course fish are big now, because fish can be around the foot traffic, as long as they're in a square enclosure, a square tank. That was called an aquarium, an enclosure. It's the rum. I blame the rum. But as long as they're not around, they have to have edges where they can hide, and they have to have room to hide. They can't be just an open display. They actually have to have things that they can hide in. So we have very stringent laws when it comes to animals and how they're kept. And some people are like, oh well, the government can't watch each and every one of them. Oh, they know, they make sure they do. They make sure they walk in and they inspect. When I'm applying for my license at the moment, that's one of the papers I have to sign, is I can be inspected at any point in time. So if they decide to walk in at midnight, I have to be ready for them. Oh, we lost SpiderMom. No. Let's see the chat. SpiderMom, come back.
Oh, where did Spiderman go?
I don't know. She disappeared. She went poof.
I was too busy.
I was gonna. Well, I was gonna ask her how are the laws there. Come to pet shops and stuff. Does she? Because I don't know how the Americans have it. So I wanted to ask her about that, but she disappeared. No.
Well, I know we still have some pet shops.
You what?
We still got pet shops. I'd be fuming if we didn't. That's like sanctuary. You go in just to be nosy.
Yeah, no, yeah, no,
she needs
yeah, I gave her one. Come back. But yeah, no, here it's that they take into account, plus they want to make sure each breeder has their own license and can ensure the care and vaccination of each and every animal. So, yeah, we don't have pet shops like you do there. SpiderMom, did you hear the question, or were you trying to get back on, or?
I was trying to get back on. I went to change it. I figured out why it was so low, so I went into settings and changed it, and then I couldn't get back in for some reason. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, welcome back.
Thank you.
But how were the pet stores in the U.S. around where you're at? I know each state is different, so where you're at, how are they? Do you guys have pets? Do you pet supplies? What do you guys do?
Yeah, we have pets in our pet stores. They're good and bad, you know. But yeah, we have like they the in the bigger pet stores, they're just not knowledgeable enough about the animals, I don't think. But the smaller pet shops, like the mom and pop ones, they're quite amazing. So, but yeah, we can have pets in all the pet stores around here.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the US and I'm going to, instead of going to the zoo, I'm just going to visit all of the small pet stores.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a personal, like, zoo trip for me.
Yeah, they just seem to be more knowledgeable, the family run ones, as opposed to the big box like PetSmart and stuff. So,
Oh, wow. Yeah, like I said, I think it's on a corporate level. I don't think they can actually financially. I mean, ethically, I think it should happen. But also, businesses are in business to make money. Take care, Jaden. I hope you have a good night. But yeah, the ethical to train each and every employee that goes into the store. Again, ethically, I think that should happen, but
well,
financially, is it plausible? That's my issue. Um, but again, I'm more on the ethical side of that because I mean, in the end, it's the animal's care that's first and foremost. And I think they should sit down each and every employee and say, "Hey, you need to know this, and this." I mean, I think it was Texas. I was watching a TV show because of boredom. It
yeah.
was of game wardens in Texas, and basically TV. It's kind of like cops, but for game wardens, and they have to have a bachelor's in biology to be able to work as a game warden. So, I mean, these people actually have to have an actual education in animal care and what they're actually the laws that they're enforcing on. Um, and the condition of the animal as well. So they need to know when if they need to take it to a vet or not. And so I think pet stores should like up the level of who they need to hire, but to do that they also need to pay better. So again, this is for corporate. I'm not talking about the mom and pop shops because mom and pop shops, man. Even here in Sweden, you can ask about the fish. The mom and pop shops, the smaller shops, know their stuff especially when it comes to aquariums or even the birds or the guinea pigs or the rabbits. If you ask them anything on any of the smaller animals, they'll be on spot. And if they don't know, they'll spend 30 minutes with you looking it up, and then kind of get a rough idea of how things should be, and then tell you, today we're not going to sell you this animal. We need you to actually do more research than this and this, because if they don't own the animal, they don't know too much about the animals. It's kind of what I'm trying to say. So if you go into, say I want a saltwater tank, and I've done a lot of the research on owning a saltwater tank and how to get it started, but I don't know individual fish. If I go to my local pet store here, they're not going to know too much about saltwater fish, but they'll sit there and do the research with me, and then get a hold of people who do know their stuff. And so that's what I'm saying. The smaller shops here really know their stuff, and they really help each other out. But I'm not too sure how it is. I'm pretty sure it's about almost the same in the U.S. and in the U.K.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the little smaller mom and pop shops, they care better, and they're more knowledgeable than the big box pet stores.
No, because if you think about it, they just have their one store, where the corporates have several stores to worry about. Again, it breaks it down. For me, it's ethical. It's give the animal ethical treatment. Find out what you're keeping. If you don't know about the animal, don't keep it. Don't offer it. Or maybe get a hold of a local breeder that does have it and learn from them. I mean, again, it's all ethical treatment.
I got a baby
Whatever. Go ahead.
I got a baby elephant today.
Yes, she did.
Wait, what? Did you just... You got a baby elephant?
Yeah.
Okay, now the rum's kicking in.
I got a baby elephant and I stuck it on my desk.
Oh, okay. You're talking about it like a doll, a toy, or a piece of art.
Yeah, it's art.
Okay. I feel like I'm being set up here. Explain the baby elephant.
It's cute and it looks like straw.
So it's a straw baby elephant?
Yeah. Well, no.
Oh, okay.
Concrete. It's a concrete model
Okay.
that's designed and straight shaped to look like it's made out of straw.
Oh, that sounds cute.
It is cute, and then it's painted like this yellowy color. Cute.
Yeah, it is cute.
But technically, I did get a baby elephant today.
Oh my god. Like I said, the rum had kicked in, so I was like, I need to hear that again. Moon over Miami says, in California, you need to take a test to get a gun license.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
I don't even know why they need a gun to be fair. Oops, to be fair.
I'm trying to figure out where that comment came from. It's like, I'm trying to go up. But what? That seems like a comment from the left field, so I'm trying to figure out what the guests are talking about.
They're talking about game wardens. Then
Like
game
park
wardens.
ranger. Like park rangers.
Where did Moon get a snail from? That's a bit random.
Yeah, there's some random comments. I'm like, what? Okay. Written test.
Moon, what the heck?
See? Okay. All right. Then I'm not the only one here. Going, what? Did I miss something? Oh, speaking of snails, it's that time of the year in Sweden.
You're gonna have snails for dinner.
No, somebody had it. I thought it was the African large snail. It's the Spanish snail. Or is it Spanish slug? Hold on.
An elephant snail.
It's a huge snail. They're absolutely humongous. And it's a Spanish slug. But there's a snail in Sweden. I think it might be the African large snail. Hold on. But it destroys. Yeah, it's a rapid invasion slug. Okay, so it's. No, it's not a slug. It's a snail. I'll have to take some pictures of it and have you guys. It's the snails that colonized Sweden probably rafted here from the UK. No, that's a Spanish slug. Okay, hold on. But it's destroying it's destroying our wildlife, and it's also destroying our gardens and stuff. These things are so huge, so they're painfully large. And they're everywhere.
What is wrong with you guys in chat? Moon just randomly popping up, and now Scott's like, I miss Spider-Man. Oh my goodness, what have y'all been drinking?
Yeah, no kidding. Why aren't you sharing? You've got 3 women here. You can start sharing whatever you're drinking. Trust me, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I wish we could have those African land snails here. If we could, I would have a couple. I love them, but we can't have them here.
Do you not have them? I think I've got 10.
We're not allowed to have them in the U.S.
They've invaded Florida and started destroying a lot of the
yeah, they're invasive.
Wildlife, and they're painfully invasive.
Yeah. Peyote? Are you drinking peyote? Let's see. See, there's a lot that y'all can have. Like, we can't have the cane toads, and we can't have the snails. There's a lot of stuff that y'all can have in the UK and stuff that we can't have here.
Yeah, we can't even have the large African snail here in Sweden. We're not really allowed to. Because they can even become invasive in the southern parts of Sweden. Their tolerance for temperature changes is pretty high.
Yeah. It's definitely. That was short lived, wasn't it? Oh my goodness.
Anyways, I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it. I could have sworn it's a snail, but they're trying to say it's the Spanish slug that's invaded us. But these things are huge. They're probably a little bit bigger than the length of my hand, and they come out in droves. I mean, this is so bad. The biggest threat to them though is the dogs trying to eat them, or the cats trying to eat them, play with them, trying to figure out what they are.
What?
Okay, so I go to do some research. I leave and I come back to this.
Yeah. I know. What the heck?
Stefan Harp says, "Rest in peace, Spider." I'm gonna leave that. Spider MILF. Arachnid Shack saying things have gotten heavy. Scott's Animal Adventures. He will be back. Moon Over Miami is just going pure water. Ellie Bug Babies. I love the little emojis there. That looks like the middle finger on the second one. and then somebody's talking about the Spanish flu. Moving on. We will be live for about another 10 minutes. The show runs for about 2.5 hours to 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours, and we're almost coming up at the half-hour mark. So, anything else you guys like to talk about?
I don't know. Apart from stuff, I just play with Alexa.
You're playing with Alexa?
No, I said apart from studying, I play with Alexa.
Oh, apart from studying, you're playing with Alexa. Okay. Yeah. How about you, Spiderman?
Oh, I just want to encourage people to go on my channel and look up the video that I made just for the tattoo with all the instructions and stuff, because I only need I only need 4 more shows before we're gonna do the vote on which one I get, and
so it's 375 followers. Where are you at right now? 350, I think, is what I saw last.
No, I'm at 371 now.
371. Oh wow. Time is running short, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be part of the drawing contest, let Spider Mom know. Well, you don't even have to let her know. Just do it. And then send it in before she hits 375. And then at 375, you're doing a drawing, correct? Or not really a drawing.
We're gonna do a vote, and whatever gets the highest vote is the one I'll get, and that'll give me time to make an appointment with a tattoo artist at 400.
Nice. And Arachno Shack just said they just hit 150. Congratulations, Arachno Shack.
I don't even know where I'm on. I know I'm doing a giveaway though when I get to a certain amount.
Oh wow. I'm almost to 100, so I'm going to do a face reveal at 100. So not only am I trying to hurry up and get the remodeling done, also trying to clean. John Downes says, "Hi all." Hey John, how's it going? I hope you're doing well this evening. Welcome to Have a Drink With Me Friday. I'm having rum. Ellie, you're having... What are you having?
Water.
And Spider Mom is having...
That Pepsi.
There we go. So no matter what you drink, you're all welcome. Now...
I know, Stefan, for real, you have 30 subs and haven't even got videos up yet. You're doing good.
That's impressive. Now, So I'm trying to shake what was going on in the chat earlier. You guys are too much. So are you guys having any plans on doing any enclosure building or anything like that? I have a reason for asking. So.
I'm doing the garden.
Yeah, we've talked about, and we've got the stuff to build an acrylic enclosure, but I don't know when we'll get to it. I am going to revamp a couple of enclosures this weekend, but not doing any new builds now.
Oh, okay.
Scott is. He has to tell us lots of times.
Scott's like, I am. Jason! No, Scott's building, Scott, on Wednesday, he's going to show, is the materials in yet? Because I wanted you to show off the materials, or have you ordered it yet? Because he's doing 3D custom builds right now, and then ordering the materials and customly building them. And kind of something we wanted to do was have it live on a Wednesday where he builds. And I was hoping somebody else would also be building so they can actually show it on a Friday or something. You know, because we could talk about how things go is blue until we're blue in the face, but people are very visual, and I would like to actually start showing how to build enclosures. Unfortunately, I'm not really building anything new, so I'm having to ask around and see if there's anybody building that would like to come on the show and reveal their builds.
I'm not building anything. I'm just doing my garden. Is that class as an enclosure?
Yep.
It keeps everybody enclosed.
So she's building the kids' enclosure. The cats and the dog are like the byproduct.
I'm not building it for the kids. I'm building it so I can chill with peace of mind.
Okay. So you're building it so you can get away from the kids then? That's pretty much what I heard.
Yeah.
She's building her escape. No, soon you'll see a sign. You must be this tall to enter.
Yeah.
If you find me in Australia, don't complain.
Oh, I will complain because then you didn't stop by to pick me up on the way.
Well, if I'm going to dig a hole, I'm not going to pass you, am I? I'm going to go directly underneath.
Hey, you got to dig a hole going past me. To go to Australia from where you're at, it has to go right past Sweden, and they make a hard right at China, and then you go down.
No, not if you go into the land down under. You just keep going down.
I see. Okay, so Scott says, nah, not yet. We'll be late next week or the week after. Okay. Scott, but we've got a full house ready to go next weekend. We've got this coming Friday, not this coming Wednesday, but the next coming Friday, we've got Bailey's Bug Blog, Tony Webb, and I forgot who was the other person. I know we've got all three people coming, and I know there was one other. I've already forgotten. This is the I'm gonna have to look that back up.
I don't know what I'm going to be doing next week. I know Lucifer.
Oh, and Ophi Spider-Verse. That's what it was.
I might actually be tied up with Lucifer.
Moon over Miami says building a gingerbread house. That's his enclosure now.
Takes me forever to build a gingerbread house.
Oh, not me. Arachnashak says later, but we're coming up on our time. So thank you guys for coming. Is there anything else you want to add to the show before we shut down?
No, thanks for having me. Hey, and bye to everybody in chat. It's good to talk to y'all.
It was good seeing you again. You have to stay. You have to come over more often. I have to visit you more often as well. Now, I know you two run your own channels, so promote yourselves before you go.
They go and promote it.
Yeah.
I'm not
You-
good at this whole promotion thing, you know. Like, if
All
you want to know, there's my logo. You know my name. It's been there for I don't know how long. Just go and have a look.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, go check out Ellie's Bug Babies. Her channel. Her channel is just as you said. I'll hit the link in the description below when I edit. Go check out Spider-Mom 1978. Welcome to her web. She does an incredible job, especially showing off her rehouses.
Yeah.
I really do. I really love your videos, so I'm just gonna put that out there.
Spider-Man's amazing. Everybody needs to go check out Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
So definitely go check out their channels. Again, in the description, I will definitely hit up both their links so you guys can check it out. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Each and every one of you are great and fantastic and super.
Thanks for sharing that with me.
No, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I should be thanking you guys. It's been forever. I'm so happy to have you guys here.
Yeah,
It's
that
totally
was
made my night.
fun. It has been forever.
Moved over Miami says I need to build a cat house. All right, so thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm gonna hit up a song.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.